What are your thoughts? Have you come across any such thing of during this transformation?
The theme also is very apt to what the world is going in, the digital transformation, the imperative of balancing innovation with resilience. Innovation is a natural trajectory in human existence. People have to innovate, and it has been so, and even the Quran alludes to it in one of the meanings of the verse of Surah Al-Inshiqaq, where Allah says, لَتَرْكَبُنَّ طَبَقًا عَنْ طَبَقٍ. You are going to rise in stations after stations. Part of the comments of some exegesis is that this is alluding to human development from one stage to another, and one of the greatest factors of human development is innovation. The relevance of this theme to Islamic finance is that Islamic finance, the central precept and the central principle of Islamic finance is compliance to the Sharia. As we have seen in history, the Sharia has been quite adaptive to human development, from the use of from regulations regarding barter trading to the use of currency and the identification of the rules of currency exchange, and giving currency a specific consideration which will ensure a judicious use of the means of exchange, and not to convert it into a commodity that will lead to rent-seeking and exploitation of one group of people by another. The development of the introduction, the response of the Sharia to the introduction of paper currency and now digital currency, we've seen how the Sharia has been quite responsive to innovations. Among the fundamental objectives of the Sharia is the creation of wealth and its generation. And definitely the digital transformation has facilitated the creation of wealth in a very great way. Just take, for example, what has happened in Africa. Startups that have reached unicorn level, that are regarded as valued at over $1 billion. All these startups have been born by this digital transformation. 3 of them, they are in the areas of fintech, and 1 of them is in the area of e-commerce. 3 in Nigeria and 1 in Egypt, as we saw from the presentation of our brother, Mr. Hakim. But as far as the more important issue of consumer protection is concerned, this is where the role of Sharia scholars is very, very imperative. Protection of the consumer is very, very important, because intervention is necessary in order to regulate the greed that is there in the human being. The cryptocurrencies that have been used, some of them are quite exploitative, but because they are so fast, realizing what is permissible and what is not permissible needs a speedy response from Sharia scholars. And the delay in coming up with a position, it is preventing consumers from self-protecting themselves. Because the only way for consumers to protect themselves is to check, is to follow the tenets of the Sharia. Because the tenets of the Sharia, they are there to protect us as individuals and to protect the society as well. This makes it imperative for us in Islamic finance to be very, very responsive, because we see this responsiveness as part of the embedded quality of the Sharia, because the Sharia is supposed to be dynamic, it's supposed to be for all societies, for all times. But then there has to be this speed in terms of responsiveness. There has to be also speed in terms of responsiveness to see what are the kind of disclosures that will ensure transparency and market discipline, that will protect the consumer, and that will ensure monetary and financial stability. And then we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can learn from what is being done in the conventional arena, and then address it with the specificities of Islamic finance, as we've been doing since the creation of these infrastructure institutions. As far as the Sharia is concerned, innovation is regarded as something that has to come, and that we have, as part of the fundamentals of the Sharia, is that anything in the world that is beneficial is permissible, except if there is a prohibition to it. So this makes the area of permissible activities extremely wide, and the area of the impermissible activities, they are very few and it's quite closed. The moment we are able to balance between these and to situate the innovative ideas and the innovative techniques that are coming into existence within this context, we'll be able to achieve what is there of the advantages of fintech, and also avoid the pitfalls and the harmful impact. And if it is quite possible through the filtrations of ESG to filter those activities and investment activities that are harmful to the environment, this needs to be embedded also in the area of Sharia compliant financing. And this is where the filters of ESG and the filters of Sharia compliance, they merge together and they intersect with the speed at which these innovations are coming. And this is what we hope to have in the future, not only from the Sharia scholars and the regulators, but also from the standard setting organizations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bashir. It's really very good to know that you are providing very balanced approach, and looks like the Sharia, as a Sharia expert, you are embracing the technology and alerting us about the speed, and we need to be agile.